Hello there. On another video, we generated this functional but very ugly homepage. To be fair, we used a very cheap model, DeepSeek V4 Flash, but now we need to address this. As a programmer, how should I fix a design problem? I don't have good taste in design. We have a couple of options here. You can open up Claude Code, Codex, or whatever agent you prefer, and then keep asking for design variants or new versions of the design. And then Claude is gonna keep working on a new version on top of another version and another version until you settle on a version that you enjoy. And once that's done, now what? Typically, there is a designer on your team or on the company that you work for. If Claude is making changes to my Phoenix project, that means that he's going to change a HEEX template. Can I send a HEEX file to the designer for him to quickly preview the suggested changes that I have? Probably not a good idea. So how should we tackle these two problems? Tidewave IDE to the rescue. Open up your IDE interface, open a new chat, and for this experiment, I am going to use Codex GPT-5.6 Luna on the medium effort. On the homepage of the chat, there is a button called Design Canvas. What's that about? Explore design options side by side. Interesting. So click on this button. This is going to pre-fill your chat with use Tidewave's Create Design Canvas and explore a few design options for, and then you can type whatever you want. On our case, we want to change the home page. Let's press enter. Let's hope GPT 5.6 Luna does a good job on the UI side. The first cool thing that you can see here is that the design canvas generate an HTML file. This is very important, especially for the designers. Once GPT finishes working, you have a deliverable that you can copy and then paste on Slack or Linear, and then the designer on your team can preview the file. Or if you want to just push to GitHub, you can do that as well using the code review tab on Tidewave IDE. Now that GPT is done, all I need to do is click open on this HTML file, and you can switch between the preview or the source code in case you want to copy this and paste somewhere else. But I'm gonna go back to the preview. You can click on the background and play around with all the iterations here. Now let's see. Ooh, very interesting. I'm enjoying GPT 5.6 Luna so far. Check this out. And as a comparison, this is the current homepage. You can see that Luna made 3 suggestions. The first one is called Quiet and Editorial. The second one is Product-Led Split. And the third one, Ownership Manifesto. And there's also a brief explanation of what this design variant is about. So I'm gonna go back to my chat window, and here you have a couple of options. Because this is simply HTML, you can see the git diff, copy the HTML, paste on Slack, Linear, Jira. You can commit the HTML file in case you want other developers to have access to it. Or you can simply tell your agent, loved the third option. Feel free to implement it. I'll implement the manifesto direction in the homepage template, preserving the existing destinations and feature content while changing the visual hierarchy, colors, and hero messaging. And most importantly, then I'll run the project checks and verify the live page behavior in Tidewave. And because Tidewave has this built-in browser, as soon as the agent finishes working, he can start clicking around on the interface and see if the changes are indeed live or not. 3 minutes later, GPT finished the work. And if we click on the code review tab, we have the original HTML file, but also the proper HTML HEEX template for my Phoenix project. So I'm just going to type perfect, undo the changes in the HTML file, because now I want to commit just the Higgs template. Whoops. So GPT actually undid the work on the Higgs template. Hold up. Nope. Keep the work on the Higgs template. That's great. Just remove the raw HTML file. That is now done, so I can go back to the code review tab. I'm going to mark this file as reviewed, commit reviewed, and I love this notice from Tidewave that says, hey, seems like you are on the main branch. Are you sure that's what you want? And yes, this is a simple tutorial. I want to stay on the main branch. That is now done. So I'm going to expand my chat view, and then down below, I am going to push to origin. And that's it. Super quick tutorial on how you can iterate on the design, have a deliverable in the end, which is an HTML file that you can very easily share with the rest of your team. And once you settle on an option, you just go back to your chat and say, well, implement this variant number 2 or 3, and you're done. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.